Here we go. Welcome back to another N.y.a show. The last 2 weeks have been a little darker on the darker side, and I want to be sure that we come in this week bringing the information, but we're going to lighten it up a little bit. This episode 69. We almost at episode 70. I hope everybody did well this week. I did myself, and I'm here to once again bring something to you about Facebook. Facebook has been forced to pay 90 million to users after tracking people once they logged off or you do a payout. Now, I don't think by the time I got to the end, I wasn't 100% sure how to figure out to get the payout, but I'm guaranteed if I delve into it, you can definitely click the link to the story below if you want to just delve more deeper into the topic itself to see if maybe you're owed some of that 90 million. You know, in those big case studies, they'll come back and they'll say, hey, we got $15 per person or something crazy like that, but who knows for sure. But Meta has agreed to shell out 90 million to settle a decade-old lawsuit was related to them tracking people once they logged out. It was another one of the numerous lawsuits that they're in, but this is just another one to get closed out. They agreed, Facebook's parent company Meta, that they will distribute amongst the affected U.S. U.S. users here. It's unclear how many people are due a payout, so we don't know that exactly. Reaching the settlement in this case, a decade old, is to the best interest of our community, said someone over at Facebook. We're glad to move past the issue. The suit alleged that the social media giant violated privacy guidelines by tracking its users' visits to outside web pages that contain Facebook like buttons in order to get better target ads. That track contradicted assurances given by Facebook at the time, according to the court filings. My thing when it comes to the court filings, when it comes to the court filings and things of that nature, and whatever the policy was during that time, now I know for sure that they've moved past and put in place different guidelines so that they can never get caught up in such a trick again. They want to make sure that they get in those terms and conditions that they seal the deal nowadays. We're going to track you, whatever. The suit, which consolidated state and federal litigation, presented people who had Facebook's account active between early 2010 and late 2011. Is that some of you guys? Facebook was able to tell when someone loaded a page and embedded with its content, such as a like button. The company would then link the data to its user's profile. According to the legal filings, the issue raised in the suit was addressed and is no longer impacting Facebook users, according to social media giant. The proposed settlement called for them to pay, like I said, 90 million. The case has been winding its way down through the lower court since 2012, and last year the Supreme Court said they didn't want to hear it. Back then, missteps over user privacy were amongst Facebook's biggest trouble. As you know, Facebook, Amazon, Google, all of those leaders, Twitter, all of those leaders have had to testify in front of Congress in the last couple of years due to some of these older cases. They're like, yo, we got to regulate this shit. Y'all just tracking, selling the data, just doing what y'all want to do, and like nobody's doing anything about it. The lawyers for the case said the settlement is one of 10 largest data privacy settlements in U.S. history, but it's only a fraction of 650 million that's being said here. A settlement for privacy lawsuit with Facebook last year. So there are multiple cases, but this one is for 90. There was another one for 650 million. You could be entitled to some money from that one. In that case, the lawsuit claimed Facebook used, in that other case for 650 million, it claimed that Facebook used photo, face tagging, and other biometric data without the user's permission. Meta and other U.S. internet giants are in the crosshairs of privacy advocates, users, and regulators regarding how they use people's data and software's cookies that track online behaviors. So y'all already know you're being tracked. Don't just put it all on Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's cases like this for Twitter, all of those sites, because you're being tracked all the time. If you got it one-on-one, and please don't let you have the frequent locations turned on in your settings. That means they can just, it's like a little blue point pin of everywhere that you go. And Apple has announced in other news, oh, here we go. In other news, a British woman has told of her horror after scammers used photos of a silver fox politician to trick her out of 80,000, whatever that freaking means. And on top of that, Apple has announced that updates to the AirTags, following a story I did a couple weeks ago, people were saying that they could be tracked and things of that, and being stalked by people who were putting AirTags on their purses or their back or something that they had on them and following them, or they will put it on your car and track where you were going. So overall, everyone is due some cash because they've been doing, dirt behind our back. You don't know where your data is being used. The biometrics of the face, you telling me that all those shots, I guess all the different times that you logged in with your face and things of that nature, they said we're going to use this for other means. Why would you be using my face and my pictures for other means? You please, you tell me. What do you think that they want to use all of this extra data and things for? Apparently, a part of this suit also is that they have to delete all of the data and tracking that they took from those users and kept from those users whenever that time was happening. But who knows who's going to actually put them and grill them about actually deleting the data and to say that it's actually deleted and not backed up to some, Facebook got a super cloud somewhere. But y'all let me know what you guys think. It's the N.y.a Show, episode 69. Facebook at it again.